Alright guys, thanks for joining me once again. The Alberta Disc Golf Provincials presented by Flythrough Athletics. We're out here for the front nine fly-through of our Thrill Hill Disc Golf course in Grande Prairie, Alberta. And this one's sponsored by Dane Montgomery, a great realtor local to the Grande Prairie area. So thank you, Dane.
Okay, starting on hole 1 at Thrill Hill, we've got a par 3, 400 feet down 30 feet of elevation. We've got an OB path on the left there that you can see, and that plays as OB and is definitely reachable. There's an OB river that is long of the basket, although that does not usually come into play. We're usually throwing into a headwind here, so if you are going for the green, you kind of need a little bit of a turnover to get there, or a nice forehand. Birdies are rare, especially with a cold arm first as your first hole. So pars are more common, and bogeys are definitely in play. Okay, hole 2, we've got a short shot down a tunnel. There is an OB path on the right hand side near the basket, although it does not usually come into play. You've got a drop off on the left of the path here, woods on the right, as well as bikers do occasionally come ripping down this hill, so just be careful of that. And yeah, good luck. Hole 3. There is an OB path on the right hand side. If you do get your shot up in the air and the wind is blowing, it can definitely take it over that. As we fly up near the basket, the basket is perched on a little hill next to a drainage ditch. That drainage ditch plays as casual, so if you do go down there, just take your meter of relief. It's pretty mucky down there a lot of times, so we don't recommend going down there at all. Okay, hole 4, we have OB left, right, and a mandatory, as well as 2 different pin locations. So we did plant saplings on the right hand side of this hole this year. So we're going to be going off of the stakes that are closest to whatever fairway you're in on all the holes on this course. So as we fly towards this landing zone here, that tallest right tree right at the gap, that is a mandatory must pass left of. Earlier there was OB separating the 2 fairways, and as we come through here, that black pin is the A location, this is B, that fence is the can for OB fence on the left, as well as OB does wrap on the right hand side near the basket. Hole 5, OB path left does not usually come into play, and OB right, as well as there's going to be those trees that are those little saplings that are staked on the right hand side. So just take the closest set of stakes, and those will be your OBs. It does wrap behind the basket about 40 feet, and as we approach this pin here, you will see it is elevated, so on windy days this does become a scary little putt. Hole 6, we've got barricades right off your drive. You can go over or under, and it is a 190 foot tunnel dropping elevation the whole way, with a OB river behind the basket at the end of this little chute here. So plan your shots carefully, because especially with this hard ground play, they can get some rolls near the end. Hole 7. As you'll see off the tee here, that post with the spray painted yellow, that is our tee box, just denoting where you throw from. There's a hill on the left here, there's a drop off on the right, with a OB river past that, and then these little trees grab all the discs, so you want to throw them high over or between, and just place it right here near the basket for a simple birdie. Hole 8 has an OB path on the right hand side, although that does not usually come into play. It's just a very simple 225 foot hyzer. You can either go inside or outside or above these trees here, but they are basically in the perfect line for the ace run, and they do grab a lot of discs. Okay, so hole 10 here, there's OB left, right, and a little OB fence maintenance building. So on the left side here, there are trees staked again, so it'll be the closest set of stakes to your fairway that are the OB. Behind those trees on the right hand side, there's a hill and then a casual relief ditch, and then past that is a fence and the can for OB line. So as we fly here towards the basket, there's a a little dog leg at the end, and the basket is tucked nicely into this little corner here. And right behind it right there is the little ditch that is casual relief. All right, thanks for watching 1 to 9, and tune in for 10 to 18. All right, thanks guys.